Well, the keys are good. I haven't heard the guitar yet. Okay, yeah, guitar's good. Hi. Oh, okay. Hello.
Hello.
Did you call the trumpets? Or the? Did you call the brass?
We have no brass in the rock band.
Winds. Saxes.
Saxes, which are made out of brass. Well, I did. I can't guarantee they saw the message.
Okay. As long as they remember their microphones, I'm good.
Oh, we've already had words about that.
Oh, yes, I know.
Can I get work lights easily?
Can you get what?
Work lights. Offstage lights, so I'm missing a microphone.
Ah.
And I need light.
Oh, fudge. Yes, I just have to come down there.
Over here. Never mind. Thank you. I was going to do that, so since it does affect me,
I'm okay with that.
yes.
I couldn't believe it. People were showing up at 6:15 and trying to come in. I'm glad you want to come so badly, but
Okay, I'll check the vocal mics.
yeah, let's do that real quick.
All right, checking pink, vocal mic. Check.
Pink is good.
Checking black. Black is good.
Yep.
Checking yellow.
That's good too.
Checking red.
Good.
I wanted to come in early.
Checking green.
Check those two cues. Make sure
Yes,
the house
please.
is safe.
That's good. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure those lights are up for that. Close and we'll get to see the pretty sight. Cool, thank you.
Checking the bass.
Awesome. Thank you. Do you think I'll be good to open house in 4 minutes, Nat?
I got one string left to tune. Should be fine.
All right. Awesome. Thank you. All right. Yes, I will need these.
was my best guess.
Come in.
Do I, because I had some questions about the mics, do they need to be turned on for a movement? Or like, does the red mic need to be on stage left
They should all be on.
right now?
Yes. I can check real quick, but they should be on. They should not ever be turned off. Alright, I'll check with Matt real quick and let them know. It should be just like yesterday where they were always on.
And I can go and check again.
And you can check if you want. I mean, there'll be a green light on them. But yeah, they should be. They should always be on. They should never be on. Thank you.
We should save some of the seats in these 2 rows. Your grandma. You sit over here. I'll sit behind you. Yeah, just for a little bit. Till we tell everybody to get I'm gonna sit over here because I think there's quite a bit of us. It's all right. You know nothing on. I think of Jessica's. Vincent's on that. But she wants to have this one that they want to see. So maybe I'll come up and tell you. Unless she wants it over here, and then I'll see those 3 on the end. I guess we don't need to. Yes. Let's sit behind you this time I sit like I didn't know that Gary played the French organ.
Do what?
Is it good? For your mom and
He's
dad.
feeling guilty that he's too tall. Should we have somebody in?
It's Zoe. This is her.
Oh yeah, so
We're
Scott
just
is
for this
not.
now.
I just. It's always the tallest person that sits so same, but then when you would really need it.
Are both of your husbands Yes. And has the further back in the high school yet? That you're having with you? Because I knew everything would kind of change. And then the choir concert is the next week. Because about 6 a.m. home in time for the choir concert. Doesn't usually happen. So. Yes, yeah, happens. Your mom knows that? Okay. Okay. Probably there.
O Tannenbaum, wie grün sind deine Blätter. O Tannenbaum, wie grün sind deine Blätter. Du bist nicht große Sommerzeit, nein, auch im Winter, wenn es schneit. O Tannenbaum, wie grün sind deine Blätter. Oh, Christmas tree, with faithful leaves unchanging. Oh, Christmas tree, with faithful leaves unchanging. Not only green in summer's heat, but in the winter snow and sleet. Oh, Christmas tree, with faithful leaves unchanging.
Hello, my name is Greg Dart, and I'm the president here at Western Nebraska Community College, and it's my pleasure to welcome you all out to WNCC's Very Valley Christmas. Today is a great celebration of so much work from all of our performing arts students, community members, who we hope are future performing arts students here, retired educators, so many, and it's their Christmas gift to you. In your program, you will not only find the information on what we are doing tonight, but you'll see a list of donors, and without their help, all of this would not be possible. And so please join me in thanking them for their great support. Without their support, things like this, trips that our students take, so much wouldn't be possible. But please, today, sit back, relax, and enjoy a Very Valley Christmas.
Dear Santa, I know that I never wrote you a letter because I don't celebrate Christmas, but I am writing you this one to thank you for giving everybody presents. I want to ask you one thing. Is it true that you go all around the world in one night? If so, can you tell me how you do it? Santa, thank you for spreading happiness around the world. And say hi to Mrs. Claus for me.
Dear Santa, I want for Christmas is a little sister, but not right now, like in 2 years. Love, Samantha.
Dear Santa, I don't care what you give me this year, but I will be happy. What's your favorite cookies, and what are your least favorite cookies? Do you have a beard all year? How much do you weigh? How many elves do you have? When you poop, is your poop the color of holiday candies? How many pairs of underwear do you have? Love, Olivia.
Dear Santa, I want to thank you for giving me my grandpa back to me last Christmas. He came home Christmas Eve, but sadly he died January 1st. But you gave me my special gift, my grandpa for Christmas. Thank you. I live with Grandma now and we're okay. All I want is frozen shoes and an outfit. Thank you. Love you, Olivia. Or Sarah.
Do you get paid? Do you have another job you do 364 days? When you deliver presents, do you eat all the cookies right then or do you save them? How old are you? Are you getting paid to sit here and pretend to be Santa? Will you bring me a bazooka? Do you or did you smoke? Do you drink? If you always know what kids want, what's the first thing on my list? How come you look different every year? I thought slave labor was illegal.
Dear Santa, my mom said to send you our Christmas list. I wanted a remote control car and a helicopter, but I don't want that anymore. Kids at school are still picking on Amber, and it's not fair because she doesn't do anything to them. And it makes me mad. I pray that they will stop, but God is busy and needs your help. Is it against the rules to give gifts early?
Can you ask Big Time Rush to come to Amber's birthday party? It will make her very happy. If you can't get them to come, then just get her everything she asks for. Thanks, Santa. Love, Ryan. P.S. My mom throws the best birthday parties. You can come if you want.
Dear Santa, even though I know the truth, I want you to know how much I enjoyed believing in you for the past 10.5 years. Love, the new Ava.
Santa Claus goes straight to the ghetto. Hitch up your reindeer, go straight to the ghetto. The Santa Claus goes straight to the ghetto. Fill every stocking you find. The kids are gonna love you so. Leave a toy for Johnny, leave a doll for Mary. Leave something pretty for Donnie, and don't forget about Gary. The Santa Claus goes straight to the ghetto. The Santa Claus, oh Lord, goes straight to the ghetto. Tell him James Brown say you go straight to the ghetto. You know that I know what you'll see, 'cause that was once me. Hit it, hit it. Give some fathers and their brothers. Santa Claus goes straight to the ghetto. The Santa Claus, oh Lord, goes straight to the ghetto. Feel every stocking you find. The kids are gonna love you so. Feel every stocking you find. You know that they need you so. I'm begging you, Santa Claus, go straight to the ghetto. Feel every stocking you find. The kids are gonna love you so.
Christmas was coming. The little log house was almost buried in snow. There were great drifts were banked against the walls and windows, and in the morning when Pa opened the door, there was a wall of snow as high as Laura's head. Pa took the shovel and shoveled it away, and then shoveled a path to the barn where the horses and cows were snug and warm in their stalls. The days were clear and bright. Laura and Mary stood on chairs by the window and looked out across the glittering snow at the glittering trees. Snow was piled along their bare, dark branches, and it sparkled in the sunshine. Icicles hung from the eaves of the house to the snowbanks, great icicles as large at the top as Laura's arm. They were like glass and full of sharp lights. Pa's breath hung in the air like smoke. When he came along the path from the barn, he breathed it out in clouds, and his mustache was beaded with little drops of melting frost.
of snow is all I see. Snowy day, it feels to me there is nothing I can't be. Hear the crunch of the snow, hear the sound of the wind, and it makes me feel so alive. Wish this day could last forever when it snows. Friends and family come together when it snows. Snowy day, precious time, snowy day, know that my spirit's filled with joy. This day could last forever when it snows. Snowy day, can you feel the hum of the longest city streets? Snowy day brings so much peace, like a perfect melody. Hear the crunch of the snow, hear the sound of the wind, and it makes me feel so alive. Wish this day could last forever when it snows. Friends and family come together when it snows. Snowy day, precious time, snowy day, know that my spirit's filled with joy. This day could last forever when it snows. When it snows.
Getting back to Christmas at Saddle Mountain a bit, guess I was into this whole Santa Claus thing. I was sitting between my big brothers, Wallace and Clifton, at Christmas night service. It was packed. Wallace let me wear his red and black scarf, which I really did admire. I remember. Tucked in cozy between my big brothers, safe and sound. Being Christmas night, the service went on and on. I'd start to nod off, but one of my brothers would elbow me and quietly warn me not to, or I would miss Santa Claus. So I really was toughing it out. I sure didn't want to miss it. Well, brats, I needed to use the bathroom. It was outside the church, east, just a tin, walled-in, no-roof commode. Anyway, I kept telling my brothers, and they'd just look at me and scowl. Hush, you don't need to. Finally, convinced them that I really did need to go. They still looked at me with that boy, that guy look. It was hard work squeezing through all those people, and I finally made it out. Coming from that outhouse, I was nearing the church when I thought I heard someone say on the east side of the church, supposedly an empty space. There was no camps. I could hardly see and was kind of scared. Then I did hear someone say, "Pa'avi." Yo, everyone was in church. I heard it again. I noticed a slight glow by the church. I could barely make out what seemed like a car. Sure enough, I went to see, but nervous. Hey, it was Santa Claus, sitting in a car, and smoking. He asked me what time it was and to tell him to hurry, but I don't know what time it was. You know what? Santa Claus had a mask on. When we lifted it up and lit a match, man, no man. Well, there it went, that whole Santa Claus thing. It was Big Pa'avi, Bo Ta'ale, Leon Redbone. After the shockwave, I made it back through the obstacle course and by my brothers. I think they kind of figured something was bugging me because Clifton would scowl at me and whisper, "What is it?" Finally, as quiet as I could, I told him I'd seen Santa Claus. Boy, that look he gave me. As quietly as he could, he said, "Ah, you didn't either." We were, I guess, quietly arguing, and I said, "I did too see him, and he was smoking." Boy, oh boy, did I get a quiet elbow in that look. Later, they just cracked up. Anyway. But you know, there is a Santa Claus. I call him God. He constantly brings me everlasting gifts of life and joy. You better be good, because Santa Claus is watching you. He's everywhere. He's everywhere. Those were the Christmases to remember. No more like them.
Well, I would like to introduce to you a new group at WNCC. The Monumental Strings is an orchestra that we were able to put together this year. Dr. Johnson and I realized last spring as we were recruiting students that we suddenly had a whole bunch of string players. So we thought, well, let's use them. This is a direct result of Ashley Hillman's work over at Scottsbluff High School, where she has been running a string education program for 12 years now. And so we asked her if she would conduct the group for us, and she is doing that. So we really thank her for that. And I want to say one thing about their first piece. The Christmas triptych. Triptych has within it buried 3, right? Trip. And so there's going to be 3 movements, and if you can just hold your applause until the final movement, that would be great. Thank you.
Surfing in the air, swimming in the frozen sky. We're drifting over icy mountains floating by. Swimming in the air, singing low on an ocean breeze. Wanting on to promised land. We're walking in the air. We're dancing in the midnight sky. And everyone who sees us brings us as we go. Running like a fly, so high above with you.
You never know what you're going to get when the curtain gets back open, do you? Well, I guess you can look at your program.
Darling dear, as I cannot be with you all, the next best thing is to write to you, for so I get closer. We have had a seasonable weather day, which means sharp frost and fog and never a smidge of sun. I went to church with two of my battalions in an enormous factory room, and after lunch took down to the Ann Staffords in my old trenches at Rudebois, mother's gifts of toffee, sweets, cigarettes, pencils, handkerchiefs, and writing paper. There I found an extraordinary state of affairs. This AM, a German shouted that they wanted a day's truce and would one come out if they did. So very cautiously, one of our men lifted himself above the parapet and saw a German doing the same. Both got out, then more. And finally, all day long in that particular place, they have been walking about together all day, giving each other cigars and singing songs. Officers as well as men were out, and the German colonel himself was talking to one of our captains. My informant, one of the men, said he had a fine day of it and had smoked a cigar with the best shot in the German army, then not more than 18. They say he's killed more of our men than any other 12 together, but I know now where he shoots from, and I hope we down him tomorrow. I hope devoutly they will. Next door, the two battalions opposite each other were shooting away all day, and so I hear it was further north. First Royal Battalion playing football with the Germans opposite them, next regiments shooting each other. I was invited to go and see the Germans myself, but refrained as I thought they might not be able to resist a general. Frank Leon came over this PM and brought me a notebook from John and the enclosed letter from Henry Wilson, to whom you can write your thanks. Tom Holland, looking very tall and gaunt, came to lunch with me yesterday. He is also at General Headquarters. He was just like his pleasant self.
Santa baby, just slip a sable under the tree for me. Been an awfully good girl, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa baby, a 54 convertible to type. I'll wait up for you, dear Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney Santa baby, I want a yacht and really that's not a lot. Been an angel all year, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa honey, one little thing I really need a deed to a platinum mine. Santa honey, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa cutie, so fill my stocking with a duplex and chucks. Sign your ex on the line. Santa cutie, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Come and trim my Christmas tree with some decorations brought out Tiffany. I really do believe in you. Believe in me. Santa baby, forgot to mention one little thing. A ring. I don't mean no tomorrow, Santa baby. So hurry down the chimney tonight. Hurry down the chimney tonight.
And her friend Santa. And we're going to feature now my friend Austin Sailors on a tune you'll probably recognize from A Charlie Brown Christmas. This is Christmas Time Is Here.
Why don't you come along?
I know that he wants a tree to decorate. And so last night I decided to go out and get a tree and surprise him. My own pathetically warped version of an O. Henry story. The temperature was below freezing outside as I headed down Columbus Avenue, and I passed one of those huge tree stands set up on the sidewalk that blocks all pedestrian traffic. The further I walk, the more that I notice that there seems to be more needles on the ground than on the trees themselves. I cross over to Broadway, and there is another tree stand that some Nova Scotia lady asks if she can help me. And she starts doing that bang the tree banging gesture that shows that the needles are fast on the trees she's displaying. And I asked the price, since I had about 35 bucks in my pocket, and she says, 45. And I said, what kind of tree will $35 get me? At which point she glances over at the Charlie Brown section. I don't even know why they bothered to cut down these pathetic scrawny saplings, which are basically the forced versions of tiny fish stupid enough to get caught in a tuna net. At this point, I have decided I hate Christmas, I hate New York, I hate Nova Scotia, I hate everything and everyone. But I trudge home, and I get some more money, and return and buy the nice tree from the Nova Scotia lady, and carry it home to surprise the now happy boyfriend, which makes me happy in turn. Until I read in today's Times that the city is Grinch-like reviving a fire code law in New York that forbids live trees in New York City residences. And I can't sleep for thinking about the leaping flames of Christmas cheer that we might end up spreading throughout my entire apartment building.
Good afternoon. I'm Nathaniel Johnson. I'm the Director of Instrumental Music here at WNCC. Welcome to the 11th annual Berry Valley Christmas. We're going to start the Western Nebraska Winds portion with a piece called The First Snow. Anthony O'Toole is the composer, and he was inspired to write this piece by a painting by Agnes Tate called Skating in Central Park. And it brought him back to his childhood when he would be in great anticipation for the first snow of the season. And so he sought to capture that feeling here in the music. I think he did. So enjoy Anthony O'Toole's First Snow. next is one you'll probably recognize from a movie that's often played around this time of year. This is Somewhere in My Memory from Home Alone. The next piece requires a little bit of explanation. Not So Silent Night was composed by Evan Van Doren, thinking back to the time that probably all of us have shared when we were very young children. We wanted to stay up all night on Christmas Eve and watch Santa do his thing, right? You all did that. Well, this is essentially a musical soundtrack to what that might look like while Santa does his thing. It starts with Santa coming down the chimney and going quietly to his work, tiptoeing around the house, putting presents here, putting presents there. And because he's in the Christmas spirit, he starts to sing, quietly of course, some Christmas tunes. And he'll stop every little bit and just look around to make sure he hasn't woken anybody up. But he gets really in the spirit, so he starts singing louder, and then with reckless abandon, he just opens up and sings these Christmas tunes. And then he realizes he's not alone. In the room with him is the family dog. And he's not a nice dog. So a chase ensues running around the house. And eventually Santa does get back up through the chimney. And with great relief, he flies off on his sleigh to the next house where he's going to deposit more presents. But it has turned into Not So Silent a Night. Valley Voices Children's Choir, front and center. Here they come. So I was looking at my calendar a couple of days ago, and it was 10 years ago today. That was our very first Very Valley Christmas. And on that program was a piece called Carol of the Candle by Larry McTaggart. And it had a vocal line, and I wanted to feature a young voice. So I approached our choir director at that time. I said, hey, do you happen to have a student you would recommend for this? I'm looking for a young voice. And she said, oh, Nat, you have daughters. Just have one of them do it. Like, Okay, so that's what I did. And so we featured at that time my 8-year-old daughter, and she sang the vocal line on this. And she is now about to graduate high school and go on for a music theater degree. And this was her very, very first performance of Anything Everywhere. So that was the start of something great for her. So now 10 years later, we're very pleased to have with us the Valley Voices Children's Choir under the direction of Miss Deanna Goranson to sing that same piece. Hope you enjoy Carol of the Candle. Thank you, Valley Voices. All right, it's all of your turn. So we always end our Very Valley Christmas with a sing-along of the Hallelujah Chorus. So we're going to have some more folks join us on stage here, our string ensemble, a couple of extra jazz band players who are hanging out in the wings, and all of you. So we have some music coming up. If you want to sing along, there's some folks right here with some sheet music. So come on up. And those of you who are facing the stage, you can watch me. Those of you who are up front facing that way, Dr. Newell is going to be very tall and stand over there, like on the sound table, and he will lead you. So come on up, singers, come on up. We have to perform this next piece. I see no reason why you should be excused from also performing it.
Sure. You're welcome.